Hey everybody, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. In this video, we're going to go over House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 3, which has a lot of good things we could talk about, but I'm going to go mainly into the ending and explain. That's kind of what I've been doing for the first two episodes, and I kind of want to keep with that theme for the House of Dragon and explain the ending. So without further ado, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's get into this. So, at Harrenhal, we see Daemon and the water trickling down on his room for the night. It's no longer raining, as we can see with the tree outside of the place. We don't see any rain going from there, but we do realize that it's just water dripping from the roof there. The camera pans to him from above, as if we, the viewer, are looking down upon him, or the gods of this, of course, the old and new, may be looking down upon him because of, I guess, the sins he may have committed this season. I mean, it's not really clear what he said to Cheese in that moment, I don't think, but we can only speculate at this point. But this is a dream, a hallucination. Someone tries to break into his chambers, but he has a sword there to stop it from opening, which is smart and something he would do in real life, but it doesn't explain why he would have two swords. When he opens the door ready to go, there is nobody there, but he does follow a lady's lullaby and throughout the hallways until he finds Princess Rhaenyra as a child, played by Millie Alcock. We haven't seen her since episode 5 of season 1 because of that big time jump, so it's always good to see Millie Alcock. As we see, she is sewing the head of Jaehaerys, which is the aftermath of the blood and cheese moment that we saw at the funeral ceremony. She is so upset that she is cleaning up Daemon's mess. And it could mean in a way that Daemon still sees her as his child and he still has to kind of protect her and she isn't this grown woman that she is now. That could be me just, theorizing, but you let me know down below if you think that maybe that's a deeper meaning there. Or do they just want to throw Millie Alcock in there? But if you look closely, a missable detail is she's wearing a familiar necklace that Daemon gave her back in season 1. When eventually he wakes up, we see he is outside of the castle by that tree and is approached by the girl Alice, who says, "You will die in this place," and then it echoes. But there's a lot that I'm going to talk about later on in the video. It's going to be kind of the spoiler part, so I would stay tuned for that if you want spoilers, because there's a real deep meaning here. So Rhaenyra says to Rhaenyra how she can get into King's Landing, which this is not the first time she has disguised herself in King's Landing, as when she was a child she disguised herself as a boy with Daemon back in season 1. The next scene is between Alicent and Rhaenyra. This does not happen in the book. A lot of people were kind of like, there's no real point to this, there wasn't really anything, but I kind of really like the scene where both characters have this realization about something, but let's talk about it. They meet at the altar of the mother. Rhaenyra tries to plead to Alicent, bringing up childhood memories of the both of them, trying to get on her good side. Alicent does put her guard down and speak to Rhaenyra, and they explain to each other how the followers, how their servants are so eager to shed blood and go to war over this, and how they agreed growing up that they did not want this to happen. They didn't think bloodshed was the correct way. Rhaenyra says King Viserys wanted her to be the heir. Alicent says he's changed his mind at his deathbed, swearing to the memory of her mother, which is reminiscent of when Rhaenyra said she swore on her mother back when she was a child, back when they were both children, that Daemon and her never slept with each other. So this could be playing back on this, or this could be the irony from the showrunners that they both were telling some sort of non-truth. I don't want to say lie, but non-truth at the time, or maybe like a false swear. Alicent was certain over a miscommunication. Viserys said Aegon, but instead he was talking about Aegon the Conqueror, the ancestor of his, not his son. Alicent starts to almost understand as well as what happened. They both kind of realized that there was some type of miscommunication, and so many have died over just miscommunication. As a nun starts to light another candle, it's like Alicent switches back and is no longer her friend but back to enemies, but giving her a way to get out of there before she decides to tell the guards. So at this point of these two endings, they both come up short, both Daemon and Rhaenyra on their voyages. Daemon's realizing he's not a good person at this point and he's upset with himself, and Rhaenyra finding out deeper that this is all over a miscommunication but doesn't lead to anything. So both of their journeys lead to really nothing. You could say it's a filler episode, but it's, But let's get a little bit into spoilers now. So if you don't want any spoilers for the upcoming episodes, upcoming seasons, I would click off now because we're going to get into that real quick. So there's not much in terms of spoilers for the Alicent and Rhaenyra conversation because, again, that doesn't happen in the books. So there's not much we could really say about that because I don't know if they're going to be going the same storyline as they went in the books, or if they're going to be doing their own thing kind of leading up to that. I'm sure it's going to all end in certain spots because that book is finished, but we're not going to mention that. But what I do want to mention right off the bat, the ending explained for Daemon. The girl who spoke to Daemon, Alice, will soon find love with Aemond, basically Daemon's enemy at this point. Earlier in the episode, we kind of see Aegon and Aemon kind of have this like brotherly war going on who's more brave at this point. And when they're at that, scene of him ass naked, yes, you know the one I'm talking about, Aegon purposely tries to embarrass Aemon. So we could see Aemon try to shift to another girl, and that in the books is Alice. But the irony of this, in the books, this line that I don't think is said in the books, "You will die in this place," is actually true. Right over the water by that castle, Aemon and Daemon both perish in battle when they fly their dragons into each other. Though the dragons, both of them, and Aemon's body are found, Daemon's body in the book was never found and left upon a mystery. Now, with the knowledge he has here, will he be more careful around these parts, or will he accept his fate when the time comes? So, it's interesting. I saw people talking about this. Matt Smith, basically the biggest character on House of the Dragon. So, will they continue the show without him? I mean, I could see this happening in season 3, maybe leading up to. I don't think it's going to be happening in season 2 because I think it happens a little later on in the book. But I believe they're only supposed to do about 4 seasons. So I don't know if they want to keep him around for all 4 seasons, but it's something to speculate about. A few other things that I want to talk about that are really quick. The Battle of Rook's Rest should be coming in the next episode, which a lot of people were like, we want to see the action, we want to see the battles. It's coming, people. I'm excited for it. I'm with you. I want to see the battles, but it's coming, I think. We will both see Aegon and Aemon using their dragons in this battle that's coming up. And Ulf the White, like we said in the last video, will be recruited by the Blacks to ride a dragon with a few other people. And that's kind of why he has a big scene in this when he's kind of bad-mouthing King Aegon until King Aegon comes in here because, they're trying to set him up. But that's pretty much everything about the ending, explaining a little bit of spoilers coming up. Let me know what you think of these episodes. Do you think it's living up to the hype? Are you kind of missing something? I know we're talking about before the battles, but you let me know down below what you think of the series so far, where you think this could go. Do you think it will follow the book, or do you think they may do their own thing at a certain point? Leave a comment, drop a like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have an incredible day.